all about it, reality hit me hard. Reality hit me hard. Any time that I thought that I'll run away from this, I'll join the peer pressure what they are doing. Let me tell you, reality hit me hard, and I had to go back to my actual path. And I continued working on my career. And right now, I'm facing a lot of opposition, but let me tell you, that opposition notwithstanding, I know that I'm reaping the fruits of what I built. If I had refused to take that whiteboard marker and go to that class, you know, and be intentional about what I was doing, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably have married a narcissist or a borderline somewhere, and they would be totally mistreating me. Or if not mistreating you, I would have no impact. So, my advice to you, the first thing that you'll have to avoid, I even encourage those of my age. I encourage youths, I encourage everyone. Most they don't listen to me. It's not a problem. You can decide not to listen to me, but at the end of the day, you'll still look for me and tell me, you know what, Lady Gift, what you were telling us, it was the right thing. I usually encourage young men and women, young boys and girls, that avoid sex. Just avoid extramarital and premarital sex. Let me tell you, there is nothing exciting about sex. There is nothing. It's all in the imagination of our minds. It's all in the imagination of the novels you are reading, on the magazines you're reading. It's in the imagination of the pornography you are watching, which is not real. But the real thing, it's actually far from that. It's far from that. Its effects are far reaching. You don't want to be a daddy and you're only 16 years. You don't want to be a mommy and you're only 15 years. Then you start being called a baby mama, a baby daddy. Baby daddy at 15, a baby mama at 16. What will be the next step? The next step is you start suffering and you start waiting for anyone who will come to rescue you. You start falling for people to come and rescue you from your situation, and they'll take advantage of you. If a man knows that you are in a crisis, you have babies in your house, you don't know how to feed them, you've been chased away by your parents, you don't know the next step to do, and now that man is your strategy. Falling in love with someone is now your strategy. Let me tell you, men will misuse you, and life is ruthless. Life is ruthless. Life is ruthless. You're going to suffer for it. Please do not engage. Please do not join people who are going to drink on closing day, on midterm break. Please do not join people who are taking drugs in campus, in college, in high school. Please do not join the clique that is smoking weed in the toilets. Please, please, please do not. Because the stories out here are heartbreaking. So you might think that those people are living an interesting life right now. But let me tell you, 5 years to come, you will pity those people. Those who they'll not change their ways, those who God is not going to salvage their lives, they are really going to suffer for their decisions. So I'm pleading to you all, say no to drugs, say no to premarital and extramarital sex, say no to groupies, say no to peer pressure. Let yourself not be pressured by anyone to do things that you'll not be proud about. You can be better. You can be intentional about the way you live your life. People won't love you. People will hate you. People will not necessarily love you when you're doing the right thing. Jesus was there. He wasn't loved because he was doing the right thing. You're out there, you're a single mom, you have a child or you have children. Married men are following you everywhere. Or you're single, you don't even have a child. Guys with money are following you, asking you to get children for them. Avoid being anyone's baby, anything. Let yourself not have that. Let yourself not have that kind of will we call it recognition? Let it not be you. Do not be anyone's baby anything. If he's a married man, he has his wife. If he needs babies, let him get his babies from his wife. Don't agree to be anyone's baby anything. Baby mama, baby daddy. If a lady feels she has money, she does not want to be in a committed relationship, so she just wants you because you're young to be their sperm donor, to be their baby daddy. Do not agree. Once you give anyone your seed, once you commit to giving anyone your baby, you automatically become their slave for the next, until that baby is out of this world. So if you don't want, mentally, emotionally, even if you want to be talking with that lady, even if that lady will be able to finance her baby from birth to death, let me tell you, in your mind, your spirit will be hovering somewhere and you won't be knowing, and it will be affecting you in one way or the other. So just avoid all those situations. Take care of your life as if it's the next best thing. Because there's a problem in this generation that you've been pampered by your parents. Maybe it's then you guys, then there's also the problem of there has not been this caning in the maybe schools or where we are taking our studies. But let not the absence of the cane become the absence of your motivation or your discipline. Let not yourself to be motivated by the cane. Remember your background, where you came from. Would you want to go back to that background? 5 years, 10 years from now, where would you want yourself to be? You're out there drinking, partying. What is wrong? You cannot even remember where you're coming from or where you're going. People are going out there to take drugs, you're following them. People are going out there to burn the school, and you're following them. You're taking that much to light your destiny, assuming that that is the end of the day, or is the end of the world. That day is the end of the world. That day is not the end of the world. There is always tomorrow, and tomorrow, the actions of today, they'll catch up with you tomorrow. So be disciplined with or without the cane. We need you. We need you. We need you here. We need you. You're our future. Take care of your future. This economy needs you. The economic situation in Kenya, guys, let me tell you, it's so dire. It's so dire. The economic situation in Kenya, it's so dire. Let me tell you. It's so dire. We are not able to feed our population. We've not been able even to create enough jobs for our skilled population. We have to export. We have to export labor to other countries. Starting from the top tier, we are exporting our doctors to the UK simply because we cannot offer them the pay they need and the job opportunities they need, the exposure they need here in Kenya. We cannot. We are even exporting the low tier, the low cadre laborers and unskilled laborers. We are exporting our young girls to the Middle East, whereby they are facing the worst in terms of the what do we call them, in terms of their terms of employment, the terms of employment that they are getting there. We are exposing them to the worst. Our girls are overworked. You have heard the worst heartbreaking stories. Others are being killed. They are overworked. Some, they had a chance to make their lives, to make their destinies, but they chose the wrong path. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying it can't happen to anyone. I'm not saying that getting a job in the Middle East is an issue here, but I'm only trying to say that let us try where we can. Let us try where we can. We can avoid some of these things. If your parent has at least tried to take you up to class 8 and they cannot take you any further, when you reach there, at least try your best to do any kind of skill, even if it's dressmaking, it's welding, it's plumbing, any skill. Kindly take up any skill. Ensure that you have a certified skill somewhere, a skill that can offer you a bread. It can offer you bread for yourself and your family. And always when you're making your plans in your mind, remember one day you shall be a mom, one day you shall be a dad. You shall have people who are dependent on you. That's why my advice, or our advice is, avoid reproducing when you've not made a way out of poverty. Avoid reproducing when you've not made a way out of poverty until you're sure, I'm a dressmaker, I've perfected my skill, I know I can earn enough money, I can have my own house somewhere, or I can be able to consistently rent my house. I can be able to be paying the rent, the monthly rent somewhere in a house without suffering. I can be able, at least kuna ile unaonanga at least hapa kuna hopes, I can do something even if I'm not getting everything today, even if today I'm not eating the best of the meals, even if I'm not wearing the best of the clothes, but you can see at least there's a future in what I have, and anywhere I go I can use this skill. Then well and good, go on, date, have someone, and you can start a life together. But always remember, in this life, anything is possible. Any chance you get, any opportunity you get, use it well. Use it well. Use it well. If you are in campus, use your time well to read. Stop going out for bashes and doing the unthinkable. Stop dating married men in campus and becoming their baby anythings. Stop dating working women in campus and becoming their baby anythings. Stop going around giving your strength to strange women, giving them babies. If you're a man, zip. Use your zip for the correct work that it was given. If you're a student, study. If reality has not yet hit you, please. Out here we have the most of the heartbreaking stories. Out here we have the most of the heartbreaking stories. And the going is really tough. Life is really hard. And the only thing that you have to take in this journey is yourself. You only have yourself to salvage you from the situation. So my advice today was avoid, say no to vices. The reason why we are third world is because we don't have people who stand for anything, and therefore we accept everything. If you don't stand for anything, you'll accept anything, because if you stand for nothing, you will accept anything, because at the end of the day you stand for nothing. And then another problem, we promote vices more than we promote virtues. We ignore the people who have values and virtues. We refer to them as boring. But let me tell you, there's nothing exciting about farming season. If you are in school, remember you are in the farming season. If you've just graduated and you're busy sleeping with men, calling them your boyfriends, sleeping with women, calling them your girlfriends, and you're not even formalizing, you're not going to their place to meet their parents or to take their dowry, you're busy sleeping with them, let me tell you, you are headed the wrong way. And stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, because it will mess you. You are out there, instead of thinking about the next step for your life, because you've graduated, you're busy shaming other people, saying they are ugly, they are not beautiful. You think because you've graduated now everyone should be beautiful in your eyes. I don't know how even you classify beautiful people. Let me tell you, I've had the worst of heartbreaking comments coming from people who have gone to college. Someone who has been schooled from class 1, they were taken to college, be it military college, medical college, you were taken to campus, to wherever, you've graduated somewhere. And the kind of reasoning capacity that you have is that of a monkey. And you expect to move anywhere in your life. Let me tell you, change. There's always room for change. Kindly change. And move your life in a positive direction. We need people who stand for something, have values. It's going to be rough. People are going to be on your case, but I'm telling you, do not join the monkeys in eating bananas, because they don't know the value of gold. They do not know how much gold is valuable. If you have a small piece of gold, it can buy you a treasure, a lifetime treasure. But a monkey will easily go for 2 bananas a day. So that is the kind of thinking that is causing us to remain as a third world nation. We are remaining as a third world nation. We are topping in infections of HIV. We are topping in divorce. We are having the lowest economic growth. It's heartbreaking what is happening to people out here, but I thank God, because I know we are learning, and I know we are going to change. So my advice for you, if you are a young person, you are a middle-aged person, you are an old person, but mostly for our youth, kindly, if you are a young person, kindly take charge of your life. Take charge of your life. Be intentional about how you're living your life, because at the end of the day, you'll feed your future from what you have built in your youth. And do not be in a rush to go anywhere. You see how we used to rush ati KCSE iishe, KCSE inaisha tunamaliza. Hata ninashangaa wapi tukua tunaenda sasa after KCSE. Oh, KCSE imeisha, now you're so excited, KCSE inaisha. To go where? You are even writing the wrong answers for questions that you had already revised because inaisha. Hey, no. Let us be intentional. Do not join a rush to go anywhere. Do not join a rush to go anywhere. Join the narrow path. Do not be on the wide path. Do not follow the peers. Do not follow the gangs. Do not follow the gangs. Do not follow the gangs. Do not be anyone's baby anything. If they feel your only value is being their baby mama or their baby daddy, then you can just you have no value to them. You can as well just exit their life and have someone who values you more, who thinks you are worth more, who thinks you can go longer with them, and who thinks that you're someone. So for now, just say no to peer pressure, say no to sex, say no to drugs, and be intentional. Bye till next time.